Drones, Big Dog Picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone about to tell.
What's up, baby? Y'all know what time it is. It is that time again for Drone's Big Dog Picks. It is football season, baby. 2024-25 season. Last year, we broke them off something proper. We're going to do it again this year. We're going to start off with week 1 college football. Let's go, baby. North Dakota State versus Colorado. We're going Colorado. Northwestern State versus Tulsa. We're going Tulsa. Temple versus OU. We're going OU. Y'all know all day. Clemson versus Georgia. We're going Georgia. Penn State versus West Virginia. We're going West Virginia. Miami Hurricanes versus Florida. I'm going Florida. Notre Dame versus Texas A&M. I'm going Notre Dame. And USC versus LSU. I'm going USC. Those are Drone's Big Dog Picks, week 1 college football. Let's go, baby! What's up, baby? What's going on?
Let's get it!
What's going on, baby? There we go, that producer. He still don't know what he's doing. Seems like he'll have it down by now. But, hey, we got our fellas in the house. We got Mr. LU himself, Mr. Phil Townsend. What's going on, sir?
L's up, baby. You know what time it is.
What's going on?
It's
we got
Lions time.
There we go. Hey, it's football season, baby. We got Mr. Marc. How you seen him? You know him everywhere. You might have heard him on Quake's house, and now he's touring everywhere doing comedian shows all around California. Mr. Marc, what's going on, sir?
And L's up here too, baby. We put up Langston puts out talent, man.
Hey, man. Well, you do your L's up, man. You like you was doing Miami Hurricanes or something, man.
you know I gotta halfway do that because I don't know why you picked Florida to beat them.
and then we got the producer, man. I don't know what he's doing. He's been doing this for 95. He's an agent. He's a lawyer. I don't know what he does everything. Mr. Creator of TAAN TV, the African American Network, it's himself, Mr. Vance Bradford. What's going on, sir?
Well, man, I'm so glad to see you fellas, man. It's hard to get y'all back together, man. Y'all doing big things out there.
Hey, we ain't doing nothing bigger than you, but hey, we talking college football. Y'all just heard my Big Dog Picks, and the very first one I did was North Dakota State against Colorado, and last night we had that game, and it was a nail biter. And talking about that game last night, it seemed like it was the same Colorado. I didn't see really no difference. It seemed like it was Shador and Travis Hunter, and then you added Jimmy Horn Jr. You got a little bit more of a pass rush from the defensive line. Offensive line looked a little bit better, but you still didn't have no run game. And at the end of the game, I don't know what they were doing with the play calling at the end of the game instead of running the clock out. And what you say, Phil? Is it going to? I'm hoping it's not the same Colorado we've been seeing, but if you looked at last night, I don't know, man. What you say, Phil?
Look, I saw a vastly different Colorado from what you saw. I saw a Colorado whose defensive line, as far as the run stop, was tremendously better than what they were last season. I saw a secondary that got torched just as much as they did last year. I saw an offensive line that really was very much improved. Yeah, Shador had to scramble on a few plays, but by and large, last year was totally different, the offensive line, from what it was this year. But again, we saw that same powerful passing game, which will be there. But I'll agree with you. But I don't think it's all in the line. I think it's in the running backs that they're getting. I think they really need to looking trying to get better backs. I think the way they're going to move it as far as the run game is going to be just short passes like we saw last night. But anyway, I think I'm going to like this Colorado team. Remember, Colorado, 5 of their games were one-score games. And with the slight improvements that they have right now, I'm telling you, look for Colorado to have that better looking team.
I think we might see what Colorado have next week when they play Nebraska.
I don't think you have to wait until next week. Remember, they just went against an FCS powerhouse. They didn't go against any slouches. They went against a team that's already beat the last 5 FBS teams they played. So they went against a powerhouse in a different division. So no slouch there.
Your mic, Jeremiah.
But Phil, there's a big difference, Phil, between North Dakota and Nebraska.
Is there?
Oh yes.
What did Nebraska do last year that make you think so?
Oh yes, Matt Rule is supposed to have them.
But what did Nebraska do
different next year?
Well, remember, what did Nebraska do last year that made you think so?
Nebraska started coming along.
But I can tell you what North Dakota. I can tell you what North Dakota State did.
They started improving a lot better towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
and they got better recruits in there this year.
They started improving. North Dakota State was already improved. And I can tell you right now, again, you must have missed my part about what they've done to FBS.
The team that Colorado is going to be facing in Lincoln next week is going to show. We're going to see just what Colorado is made of next week down in Lincoln. What you say, Mark?
Well, I'm gonna lean with Phil on this one. I think the O-line did well. They ran the ball a bit. The problem I felt, they couldn't run short yardage, and that's a necessary thing. Obviously, they couldn't run short yardage, but they were able to open up. There was some nice holes for running back there. I agree with you, Jeremiah, fully that they were passing the ball when they should have been. Which tell me they didn't have confidence in their running in their ground game. But I thought, once North Dakota State stacked up on them, they didn't have the power. But in situations where they could run it with traps and things like that and draws, they were successful. The D-line was definitely more improved. Now, I'll say this much. Nebraska supposedly have a good quarterback. But if he can't run like that cat for North Dakota State, then I'm not worried for their defense because the defensive line was able to get good penetration. Now, I can't read or tell you how good or bad the North Dakota State O-line was, but that Colorado D-line looked much improved, but they broke containment on him, and he was able to get outside of that. Speaking of running, boy, Shador and Shiloh are good athletes, but they didn't get nowhere near their daddy's speed. I'm trying to tell you. They ain't get none of that, man. None of it.
Well, my thing is, I think they were improved. My thing with the run game, for some reason, it's like I said last night in the thread. I thought that the running backs, not the play that Phil was talking about where there was not a hole where they went for it on 4th down. I thought earlier on some of the run plays, the running backs didn't pick the right holes. I've seen some run games where there was holes there, and the running backs didn't see them. They ran the opposite direction from the holes. So I agree with you on field. I don't know. I can see why the dude transferred from Ohio State. They probably was glad to get rid of him because he can't pick a hole. Because he was running away from the hole, then still running to the hole. So I think that's one of the issues that they have. I do agree.
It sounds like he may be too methodical, Jeremiah. Like he don't. When the hole changes, he ain't reading where the hole changes.
Well, see, because he may be running to where the play is designed to go. The play may be designed to go through the A gap, and that's where he's going instead of checking out and going another direction.
Right.
But
I do agree. I think the defensive line it has improved. I do still think it's a work in progress, but they still can get beat in the secondary on them slant routes. Look, they getting ate up on them slant routes still like they were last year.
I don't think Colorado got any backers because they was getting them on underneath too. They ain't got no linebackers.
Look, see, Mark just hit a whole big thing. Last year, this year, I have not seen a linebacker in looking like it's anything for Colorado.
Right. Well, the one linebacker they got, which was 43, he was a safety that they moved the linebacker.
No, well, yeah.
And then you have Bentley, which is the other linebacker, which he's more of a rush linebacker. He's more of a rush linebacker. Yeah. So, but I still think an early test is going to be next week against Nebraska. I think down there in Lincoln with that 80,000 fans that's sold out, they're gonna be crazed. They're gonna be ready. And I think it's going to be a test. I really do think it's going to be a test for them next week down there in Lincoln. What'd you say, Vance?
Yeah, where's Lincoln? When he said Lincoln, he means University of Nebraska.
After all that, I showed nothing. Not LU. Anyway,
watch your mouth.
After all that you guys said, I mean, it's amazing how Phil can sit up there and say, well, their offensive line was so improved and everything, and then y'all come right back and say, well, Mark come right back and say, they can't run the football, and then
I didn't say they couldn't run the football.
Well, the thing is, Vance, your line can be improved, but your backs might not be improved.
Come on, stop, y'all. No, let me tell you something.
You can have an improved offensive line because they protected Shador a lot better last night than they did all last season.
They played North Dakota State.
No. You want, and also what I seen last night that I didn't see last year, when North Dakota State got in either Shador face or Hunter's face or whatever, the offensive line stepped up. And Shador wasn't the one that was doing the protecting. The offensive line was the one that was doing the protecting. Right, just that improvement right there is more than last year.
Okay.
That right there was a lot more improvement than last year.
I understand. Let me tell you something. Let me just say this real quick, Phil, and y'all can take this mess right back. Because Deion and them is in trouble. And if they're going to try to make any kind of noise, they're not. They're not. The team is the same. They can compete against the North Dakota States. But when it's time to play big Division I football, they too small right now. They too small.
I look at 6. I look at they should win at least 6 to 7 games where they can make a bowl game. They should be able to make a bowl game this year.
That's 2 more from last year, so I don't know.
They should be able to make a bowl game this year.
Didn't Colorado beat Nebraska last year?
Yeah.
And they're a little bit more improved, Vance?
Okay. I'm with Jeremiah. I would next week. It was a big test.
Again, you're talking about Nebraska having to justify itself against Colorado because Colorado beat Nebraska. And I'm trying to put this into perspective. You're trying to make like Nebraska with Matt Rule is going to be so daunting when they got dusted last year.
Can I say something for nostalgic purposes? I don't know if Vance went out there, but it's okay.
I'm still here.
For us to have been, forget Big 12, we go back to knowing the Big 8. And to think that we got to worry about Nebraska trying to beat Colorado, oh, Lord have mercy. The world has flipped on his head, man.
I know, right? Tom Osborne is rolling around in his grave.
Man.
Like I said, it's going. Like I said, this year for the Colorado, I look at to make a bowl game. To me, is what they need to be pushing for 6-7 wins. Because regardless of what people might think, the Big 12 is not no pushover conference.
Big 12 is the deepest conference there is. And I'm talking about the SEC is in existence, but the deepest conference is the Big 12 conference.
And so, like I said, coming down to Stillwater is not going to be no pushover.
But again, we're talking about a team that was within, besides getting blown out by Oregon last year, one scoring play of having 5 other victories. And that's a team we would all say was sorry last year. And Vance, let me help you out, Vance, with how you can improve. Did you happen to know that you could make an F, but try to get to an A, and you could go D, C, and that's still improvement? Did you know that?
Improvement is anything better than what it was.
Like I said, just them stepping up and just the line stepping up and defending their players, and it's not the quarterback doing it. To me, that's improvement.
Yeah, but I will tell you this though.
I think that game was a first game deal, and Colorado right now, Colorado, a lot of the guys that don't feel like the hungry hunters. They look more like the hunted in a sense. And you look at a team like North Dakota State, they want to show improve. So I think that first game is what got to me. And to me, unless they make adjustments to show something different, they really didn't look like they could handle a running quarterback.
Look, the thing is this. I think what's getting missed here is that North Dakota State is a legitimate powerhouse. They have shown what they can do against Division I teams. And we got to remember, Colorado, that's like throwing an Olympic team out there. I don't mean quality-wise. I mean players that haven't done anything together yet. See,
that second half, Colorado made great improvements.
Yeah.
But they shut down that scoring. Other than that last drive.
But again, you don't know exactly what you have until you get under some live fire when you got 42 new players on a team.
Well, y'all listen to Drone's big. Y'all listen to Drone.
Got to give North Dakota State credit because that last drive was called excellently and executed very, very well.
Yeah,
and
poorly by Colorado.
I think Colorado did not expect them to hit them that hard going down that last drive.
No, but you had 2 people for Colorado that could have knocked the ball down. You saw the one guy try to catch it.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Travis is like,
and I'm still trying to figure out. No offense, Shiloh, a 10th year senior, man, still making bonehead plays. Come on now.
Look,
I thought he was done after last year.
Look, Charlo's trying to show that he's the most physical
safety out there.
safety in the league.
But now I understand those days are over with, dude. That Ronnie Lott hitting stuff, that's over with.
Hey, can I put this out there? Whether y'all agree, we can do this real quick. I know we got to move on, but Travis Hunter's the best player in the country.
Yeah, Travis Hunter's bad dude. Travis Hunter's bad dude.
Please, don't say that when Vance can hear you.
Vance don't know nobody else to say it is.
Don't say that when Vance can hear you. Because first thing Vance is going to tell you is he ain't legit number one anything though.
Oh no. Now Travis is legit. Now, coming from I know y'all looking around. Where is that voice coming from? But yes,
who cares?
Travis is number one. He the truth. He the truth.
Yeah, Travis Hunter is a bad dude. But y'all listen to Drone's Big Dog Picks on TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. All right, fellas. Next week, the NFL starts, and you have Brandon Ayuk got his contract, and he signed it today. 4 years, $120 million, which puts him at $30 million a season. Why do you think San Francisco waited this long to go ahead and give him what they probably was planning on giving him in the first place? What do you think the holdup was? Was it Brandon Ayuk or was it San Francisco? What do y'all think it was? We'll start with you, Mark. You down there in California. Give us some inside scoop, man.
They held up because he's black. I'm just kidding. It does come down to language in the contract, and to me, to see that it comes down to this point where right after CD signs and his is as far as money goes, it's significant. It was significantly less than what CD signed. It tells me they were waiting for CD. That's the best I can give you on it. They were waiting for CD, and to see where he signed and slot him somewhere along that. And at the end of the day, it's just the guaranteed money's enough.
So, Phil, do you think that's going to help San Francisco get over the top? Even we know eventually they're going to bring Trent Williams in. They have to bring Trent Williams in. Do you think that's going to help San Francisco get over the top by signing Brandon Ayuk and bringing him into camp?
No, because first of all, the way that contract is front loaded, it's not going to do anything but be a whole bunch of problems by year 3, because he's getting like 41 mil plus up front, by April of 2025, and so when he's on that thing where it's like he's playing for nothing, that ain't gonna happen. So they'll be right back at this issue come year 3. They'll be having plenty of problems again. But no, it won't help them because they won't win the division anyway. Anybody that's looking at that division can easily see that the Cardinals are in that division. The Cardinals own the 49ers. So Kyler Murray.
What's in that lollipop? Vance, what you put in this lollipop?
Kyler Murray and the Cardinals will be slotted to win that division, but the true winners in that division are probably going to be the Rams. But the 49ers will finish at least 3rd in that division because they won't be in front of the Cardinals.
Oh God, have mercy, Jesus, have mercy.
I'm sitting there. I'm getting ready to look at their schedule right now. I gotta look at their schedule.
Oh God. So
Phil, you know something we don't know? Is Kyler Murray looking at his new playbook? Is he looking at? Is he watching, studying?
Look,
studying
we already have it down. Look,
he got Vance puzzle.
I will tell you right now, when you see that the Cardinals will be ahead of the 49ers in that division, just remember the date and time you heard it is.
Okay, Vance. They got the New York Jets next week on Monday Night Football. Do you think that this will help them beat the Jets, or do you think the Jets still will win against San Francisco 49ers next week on Monday Night Football?
It's in Frisco.
It's in Frisco. That's what I was just going to say. So, but before we go on, I need a little clarification. What was CD's signing bonus?
$100 million.
100 million.
The guarantee.
Guaranteed.
But the signing bonus
38 million.
38.
And Ayuk's?
40. You said 40, 41?
Okay.
No.
I just asked.
No, it's signing. I don't think it was 40. I don't think it was 41.
Signing bonus.
No, I said with it front loaded, by April of 2025, he will get 41 million of that money.
Is that signing bonus? That's the guaranteed, right? Is that his guaranteed?
Signing bonus? He's saying how much. He's just saying by this point how much of his contract he will have gotten paid.
Okay. Anyway, we'll move on.
Nice try, Vance.
No, we'll move on. Number one.
It was 6.6 million.
Signing bonus?
Signing bonus?
Hold on.
Hey, look.
Hold up. Let me see. Hold up.
Okay, why y'all thinking that up though? No, there's no way. I mean, the Jets going and Stephen A's bad man, Aaron Rodgers, they might come out and put out a valiant effort, but they're not going to beat San Francisco on Monday Night Football. No.
What?
No. And this foolishness about the Arizona Cardinals, and see that's what really gets me. When Phil Townsend, and he says it quite a bit, I don't know why it was so ridiculous today what he said, and you two still up there trying to give him some applause. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's okay. I know where the hate come from. I just know where the hate come from.
Hey, Vance, let me say.
And y'all was still applauding Phil. Y'all was like
Vance, I'm sorry. Let me answer your question. 120 mil. He's gonna what Phil was saying. He's gonna get. He received 76 million guaranteed with his new deal. He'll receive a whopping 47 mil between now and April of 2020. So it's front loaded.
47, even 47 more than 41.
And I'm thinking this says new AAV of, I guess. The signing bonus I guess was 30 mil.
Yeah.
No, he AAV of 30 mil is tied for fifth among NFL receivers. So he's due 30 million this year.
That's the signing bonus.
So it averages out to 30 million a year, pretty much.
And so remember, CD Lamb had the highest signing bonus for any receiver in the history of football.
Did he?
Yes.
I don't know. You can say that. Okay.
I didn't say it. I'm going by what was reported in the news.
So basically, his signing bonus was 17 because his contract averages out to about 30 million a year.
Right.
So his signing bonus averages out to probably about 17 million.
Yeah. So
because he's going to get 47 million.
So they're going to have some problems in a few years.
No, they're going to have some. They're going to have some problems
next year.
They're going to have some problems next year because they're not going to be able to keep Debo or somebody.
No, but I'm talking about with Ayuk.
They're going to pay pretty.
I don't think they're going to keep Debo. I don't think they're going to keep Debo.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to play pretty. That's what they're going to pay.
But be honest with you, depends on how this unfolds and where they set it up at, because the salary cap is due to go up tremendously over 2 years. So if you can get people's contracts at a certain point and get that money to hit, because right now CD on the books for 1.5 mil.
Yeah,
he's on the books for 1.5 mil.
I don't know, but everything is looking like Marcus just said a bunch of good stuff for the Cardinals.
Like I said, things can be restructured because you look at what Cleveland just did with Deshaun Watson. They just restructured his contract where they made $35 million of his contract into a signing bonus, which opened up their book. So anything can be restructured because signing bonus don't count towards the salary cap. So things can be redid and restructured at any time. So,
which again leads to my point. Watch out for the Cardinals.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray ain't gonna hit him in the salary cap because they ain't gonna pay him that much.
You gonna see it. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be like, hold it, how the Cardinals? What?
I tell you this, Phil, not due to injury, Kyler Murray is not gonna finish the season as a starter.
So first game on Thursday night.
Jokes.
First game on Thursday night, you have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. What do y'all think is going to happen right there? Hollywood is not going to play. They just Kansas City re-signed Juju Schuster to probably help out their receiving core, which I think is good as long as Juju is not the number one receiver. He's good. He helps out. He's not the number one receiver. He hurts when he's the number one receiver.
Him or Hollywood Brown ain't no number one receiver.
So it's gonna help out tremendously. I think the pressure is on Baltimore. We're gonna see what Derrick Henry does with Baltimore. Is this a make or break year for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens? What do y'all say?
Who you calling?
We'll start with you, Phil. Is this a make or break season?
Oh, hell no. Stop it. Look, everybody wants to blame Lamar Jackson for that game against Kansas City. Well, guess what? If the ball doesn't get fumbled out of the end zone, they're probably winning that game. That's one. But two, at some point, we have to start calling these offensive coordinators out for what they do. The offensive coordinator, everybody's laughing. And talking about Lamar trying to prove he could pass the ball. I'm sorry. The offensive coordinator had him throw the ball 50 times in the game against Kansas City and run the ball. You see 9 times one time and 13 the other. When you're the number one running team, you're going to, in the biggest game of the season, throw the ball 50 times. That's OC. That's head coach. Stop it.
So if they don't get it done this year,
Lamar Jackson will be right back there and getting paid big time money to still be there. He is not going anywhere.
It might be a trade. They might trade him for Kyler Murray, straight up.
Will not happen. Arizona would never get rid of Kyler Murray like that.
Wow. So you wouldn't take Lamar Jackson over Kyler Murray?
Well, if you sent Derrick Henry with him, you got to remember.
He don't have to show out.
Okay, so Mark, if Baltimore don't get it done this year, do you get rid of Harbaugh?
What?
Harbaugh definitely has banked some change because he's won a Super Bowl. I think he's a good coach. I think they did good in adjusting what they were going to do to help Lamar Jackson thrive. I just think that they probably still need another receiver. They need another receiver. So does Arizona, but I'm not going to talk about them no more because they're going to finish 3rd or 4th in their division. Sorry,
too much worse.
But I got Baltimore beating Kansas City.
Exactly.
I got them beating Kansas City.
Okay, Vance.
Whew.
And they still need a receiver, and they're gonna beat them.
Vance,
because Baltimore's defense is good.
Vance, if Andy Reid wins the Super Bowl this year, is he the GOAT of coaches?
See, man, Jeremiah, that's a shame. Because see, this is the day that when Phil comes up with some of the ridiculous mess, then you're gonna switch it over so I can comment on.
I'm moving it around.
Look,
Let's get back to Lamar Jackson.
Time out.
Let's get back to Lamar Jackson.
I'm doing my job and making this show work and moving stuff around. And you don't like the question.
Well, you got to remember that Vance is limited on what he can talk about.
Phil is talking ridiculous.
So you got to give it.
Okay. So
no, I ain't,
okay. I'm gonna bring it back to you then.
No.
If Lamar Jackson does not get it done this year, do you trade Lamar Jackson and bring someone else in, or do you give him another chance?
Okay.
Answer the question. Let's go.
First of all, Phil talking about the offensive coordinator.
I'm putting the speaker close to my ear.
Don't you think Lamar Jackson has earned the right to, when he come up to the line, if he change the play? Lamar Jackson,
there's no quarterback that's going to
the offensive coordinator.
I think
Lamar Jackson was changing them plays.
He asked me.
Huh?
He asked me. Now, if you're asking me, Vance, that's about the dumbest thing to ask somebody, because there isn't a quarterback in the league that's going to change 50 plays that his offensive coordinator called.
Stop. Well, yes, it is.
Aaron Rodgers. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, Lord. Phil, stop. Phil,
no,
stop.
It's not.
Today.
And if you think,
you are, Phil.
If you think that Lamar Jackson or any other quarterback is going to change every play that an offensive coordinator calls, you are as ignorant as the question.
I don't think he's saying changing every play. I think you're
don't try to answer it for him. He just said that.
So Vance,
I'm saying is that you're gonna put it on the offensive coordinator.
So Vance, about what percentage of the calls by the offensive coordinator was on the offensive coordinator you feel and was on Lamar Jackson audibling out of it?
That's a good question, Mark. Advance answer it.
No, that ain't y'all ain't gonna come with no. I'm asking Jeremiah's question, and that's it. I'm asking Jeremiah's question.
My bad. That was a little bit tough for you. Go ahead, man.
Y'all going off on another tangent, trying to get back on
the
win.
You asked me the question. I gave you the answer. Mark was trying to help you.
I was giving you a question based on what you said.
I don't need no help from Mark. I don't need no help from.
No, I'm not giving you help. I wasn't giving you help. I was simply trying to ascertain from what you're saying.
So basically,
what do you think it was all of it or most of it?
So basically, what Vance saying is
I didn't say all of it.
So basically, what Vance saying is,
ask what you thought.
Lamar Jackson is experienced enough where he should be able to come up to the line, see what the defense is in, and be able to check out of the play, whether into a run or into a pass, and understand, hey, we made our bread and butter on running, and should be able to check into a run play.
Now,
trying to prove a point.
So you think Lamar Jackson? So you think Lamar Jackson was audibling out? You think he was audibling out intentionally to pass the ball when the call was for him to run?
No, I really think I think he thought that he can really sling that rock like that, and he's trying to show people he can throw that rock. I really do.
So maybe Vance.
If he wasn't, man.
What?
If you, Mark, would know, if Phil, you would know, some of you, not even in the NFL, ain't got no NFL experience. Why would you think he would know on the playing field?
I look at it.
But we haven't told here
than them playing.
I can sort of agree.
Stop. Hey, Jeremiah.
I can sort of agree with Vance that it probably can be both ways. That Lamar probably, because you probably can get caught up in that.
I guarantee you, Lamar Jackson did not say, I'm going to throw this ball 50 times.
Hold on. Let me finish, Phil. Let me finish. That he can get caught up in that where he probably can get caught up. That he can get caught up in that because people can say, well, you can't throw the ball and trying to prove itself. But
now I'm gonna show you how nonsensical that sounds.
But then why did he run then? Why did he run?
But there is a but in there.
Go ahead.
He still should be able to say and not get caught up in that. And where he say, no, this is what my offensive coordinator called. I'm going to do what my offensive coordinator's called, and this is what I'm going to run. And he did. He ran what the offensive coordinator called.
That?
And most quarterbacks is going to run what the offensive coordinator called, regardless. Now, will it make him happy?
Brady?
No, but Brady is a different type of quarterback.
No, Brady. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. That was one of Brady's biggest issues with Bill Belichick. It's because Bill Belichick would not let him change out of a great percentage of the plays that he wanted to change out of.
I will say this much to you,
Phil. When the game was on the line, you don't think Tom Brady took over?
This is what y'all.
No,
this is what y'all are missing.
Was that good?
Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Hold on, guys. This is what y'all are missing. Vance is letting us know on the slide that Lamar smokes the same shit he smokes.
Hey, Mark.
Excuse my language. I'm my bad.
Mark, you finally fulfilling your role, man. Today you on fire.
Okay. One more question before we get off here. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has came out this summer. I really don't think Jalen. I still think there is a lot of dissension in Philly. I think there's a lot of problems still in Philly between Jalen Hurts and the head coach. I don't think Jalen Hurts and Kellen Moore gets along. I don't think there's happiness and cohesion and lullabies and kumbayas in Philly. Jalen Hurts came out recently saying that he was told that don't worry about learning certain calls because Kelsey will handle them. And so now he's having to learn certain line calls and learn certain procedures. If the Eagles have another horrible offensive season, is the blame going to be on the head coach, Kellen Moore, or is the blame going to be on Jalen Hurts? We'll start with you, Vance.
That's a little tougher one. That's a little tougher one. Jalen Hurts or the defensive coordinator?
No, offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. offensive. The new guy.
Or is it going to be on Jalen Hurts? On the head coach?
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. The offensive coordinator that came from San Diego through by way of Dallas is showing that, hey, he was boo-boo in Dallas. He didn't do nothing in San Diego. So what makes you think?
You mean Los Angeles?
Well, yeah, the Chargers. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and you're doing great. You're doing great today.
I'm here to help you.
But
You my brother. You my brother. I'm helping you.
but in in reality, Jalen Hurts is I'm gonna almost put him in Dak Prescott's category with Dak Prescott. I'm
Yeah,
almost put him there, but
you out of your
Jalen got to
smoking
show
mind.
us something. Jalen got to show us something this year. He got to show something better than what he did last year. Now, but he got to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, but I don't
Okay.
think he can take it. I don't think
You're out of your mind.
Okay,
no, I don't
Mark.
think he can take it.
Mark,
Almost in Dak Prescott category.
who are they gonna blame, Mark?
Hey, let me tell you this much. Jalen Hurts ain't never been that good to put him in that category as a passer. So
Who are they gonna
Well,
blame,
my
Mark?
category is that you can't take
I'm
that.
going.
Dak can't take you. Dak is not going to win no Super Bowl.
That ain't gonna do that. Don't.
Dak will not win a Super Bowl. That's exactly what I meant.
All right, go ahead, sit back. Go ahead, sit back and listen.
Who are they blame, Mark? Who's gonna get the blame?
No, the blame. I don't know who will get the blame. More than likely, the blame will probably go on the coach, but the blame should go on Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts has never been that good of a passing quarterback. It's the same thing we talked about with Lamar Jackson. He's not a passing quarterback. It's the same thing with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray isn't a great passer. Sorry, Phil.
Wrong.
He's not been a great passer.
Wrong.
Let him answer, Phil. Let him answer, Phil.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Y'all gonna hate this. You know where I'm going. Even though he's had his best season last year and made a little bit more money, Baker Mayfield ain't that great of a passer.
Wrong.
Really, these Oklahoma quarterbacks don't translate well in the passing situation when it comes to the NFL. Honestly, there's a reason why Jalen Hurts, who won a national championship, didn't last at Alabama. And when he got to OU, he did okay. He wasn't great as a passer. Obviously, he was a second-round pick, but he has done some things within the package of what they do. But Jalen Hurts is not that great of a quarterback. Never has been. He's not a passer. No, he's not. He's not a passer. He getting credit because they went to the Super Bowl. Okay, Jared Goff quarterbacked the team to the Super Bowl with the Rams. They still got rid of him. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Are we talking about Trent Dilfer and the allures of the great quarterbacks in the history of even the Baltimore Ravens? No. We give the quarterback too much. We give the quarterback too much credit, and we give him too much flack.
Phil?
Well, first of all, it's obvious that Marc is an OSU fan because he's taking the liberty to hate on all the OU quarterbacks. Obviously, Marc needs to go back and look at some statistics.
Name me an OU quarterback that's been a beast in the NFL.
And their passing ability. And Jalen Hurts, I will tell you this right now, until he got injured, which nobody wants to talk about. But first of all, Jalen Hurts had a lot of his turnovers really increased last year, primarily because of his injury, which no one wants to talk about because Jalen won't talk about it. If there's not a person, a passer in the league that will let you know, there's not a quarterback that will let you know, and everybody knows that Jalen's leg is what got hurt. And if you ask any quarterback, from Tom Brady to me, we will tell you, it's not the arm, it's the legs.
It's the decision. It's the mind.
Leg. Jalen, if you look at Jalen's record and passing and everything, if you look at his statistics from last year, barring the turnovers from not being able to push off and throw on the leg, his stats aren't that far out from his Super Bowl and finishing second in the MVP ranking. So for all you people that want to say he had a horrible year, look at his stats. You're just going with the fact that they lost all of those games from the dysfunction of the team. And Jeremiah, I don't know what his inside is for all the dysfunction, but the thing is that most teams that have especially great centers like Creed Humphrey from OU, I guarantee you Creed Humphrey is doing what basically most any and all the centers do in the league. It's called the plays and the coverage on the particular play. So Jalen Hurts is happy that he's getting to do some of those line adjustments now because Kelsey's gone. But Kelsey's only doing what all of the top centers and basically any center in the league does. But just remember this: there isn't an OU quarterback that Marc has said something correct about today.
Name me an OU quarterback that was a great passer in the NFL.
All great passers. That's why they were. Look, they're all great passers. That's why they were able to get in the league at 6-1 and under.
Phil, talking from an analyst. This not even talking from a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's talking from an analyst. Philadelphia will lose by 10 points or more next Friday.
Who are they playing?
Green Bay. In Berlin. In Brazil.
Jalen Hurts is going to complete more passes to Packers than
they playing Brazil next Friday. They playing Brazil next Friday night.
Brazil or Berlin?
Brazil. They playing Brazil next Friday.
Okay. And you said that
they will lose to Green Bay by 10 points or more.
Well, I can tell you this right now. That is a bold lie unless Carnival is going on.
It may be.
I'm telling you now. Then you better get your little feather fans and everything else and start dancing, because I guess Carnival gonna be going on because they're losing by 10 points or more next Friday.
Hey, I'll compromise a little bit for you, Phil. I'll say this much to you: all the quarterbacks that played high school ball in Texas stopped going to OU.
There's dissension.
Ain't none of them been good since Jalen Hurts left.
There's dissension in Philly. This how bad it is. Washington Philly picked up what Washington didn't want.
Right.
Again, where does that say that there's dissension?
There's dissension in Philly.
You don't have one ounce of proof to any dissension you just said.
You can see. When have you heard as much mess coming out from the quarter? When have Jalen Hurts ain't talked this much about what's going on down there in Philly?
Tell me what dissension have you heard? Dissension isn't. I'm glad I'm getting the call from
between Hurts and the quarterback. Between Hurts and the quarterback. Between Hurts and the coach.
Yep.
Hurts and the head coach.
Hurts and the head coach. Hurts and Kellen Moore.
What Hurts said was going into this year, he and Sirianni don't have any issue.
Okay.
I think the issue is that Sirianni keeps telling him to stop throwing the ball to the other team, and all Hurts is saying, tell them to put their hand up so I know it's not.
Look, I can tell you this right now. Sirianni's only had one time to say that to Jalen, because I guarantee you the other time Jalen was number 2 in the MVP vote.
Okay,
I feel you. So was Carson Wentz. How's that going?
Well, I believe it's going pretty good for Jalen.
Hey, Nick Folk won a Super Bowl. How's he looking now?
Again, it's still going pretty good for Jalen. That just shows you his Oklahoma stint gave him the fortitude to when Wentz, when Foles folded, Jalen's still standing tall. Just like Tyler's still standing taller than the 5'10" and a half years.
He better win next week, or he gonna be standing real tall.
He doesn't have to win. You got people saying Green Bay going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know why they said that. I do. I know why. I know why they said that. Because when they beat the Cowboys
right now.
When they beat the Cowboys, they look like all world beaters. But hey, it's okay.
Look, we're talking about a team that that didn't even win double digits during the regular season, and y'all got them already crowned to beat somebody that quarterbacked at OU. That's nonsensical, especially coming from an OU grad.
Hey, my judgment ain't because he's an OU grad.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that your judgment is bad?
Because he was an Alabama grad first, so hey.
Unless they got Carnival going on in Brazil,
he couldn't
the
throw
Eagles
there.
don't want to have anything to worry about.
I told you, you better get your Philly fans out and start.
They don't have anything to worry about. But I can tell you this right now, I bet you when y'all see the Cardinals clean the 49ers clocks.
Hey, we had a good show tonight. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Hey, we'll be back here next Friday talking football. It's football season, baby. It's going down. We'll have more picks next week. Same time, same place. Y'all listen to Drone's Big Dog Picks on TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, and we the fellas.
Right,
is my Maryland Terps playing this weekend?
Yeah, they play this weekend.
Well, I can tell you right now.
They'll beat UConn.
The Sooners will be on tonight.
Hey, but OU getting ready to play in about